What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today reactions to the classics. Got a first-time reaction to Janis Ian. We're going to be looking at the song Stars versus At 17. Want to shout out our longtime patron and friend of the channel, Seals, for suggesting this battle today. Shout out to him and all the patrons who help keep this channel going. If you'd like to support the channel and maybe have a song battle of your own or reaction, you can check out our Patreon page, link below and at the end screen. But all that to say, Dad, let's just jump into this. Seals let us know a little trivia note, so keep this in mind, people, if you're ever at a bar night for trivia.
There you go.
Because Janis was the first musical guest ever on Saturday Night Live, and At 17 was the first song performed, so little historical note right there.
Definitely, man, definitely. SNL, an American treasure. So we're going to start out with Stars from the album Stars in 1974. After spending years out of the spotlight, the writing of Stars in tandem with Jesse reinvigorated Janis into pursuing work in the music industry. Its composition restored her faith in her abilities as a songwriter and sparked her mid-70s comeback. Stars is the sixth studio album by her and the first of her 7 for Columbia. She had previously had a 3-year hiatus from the music industry since her 1971 album, Present Company. In 2 years away from the music business, she wrote over 100 songs. Ooh. After moving to LA. So I guess she really wasn't away from it. She just wasn't. She returned to play at the Philadelphia Folk Festival in August of '73 and was signed by Columbia after several other companies rejected the songs she had written. Wow, that's prolific.
Interesting.
I've come across her name, but I don't know anything.
See, I've heard the name, but yeah, I couldn't name you a song, anything about her. So we're really just kind of diving in blind here. So excited to check that out. I see the links of the track a little longer, so I'm expecting some good, maybe storytelling, possibly.
Sounds like she's at the Folk Festival.
Yeah. So thanks again to Seals, and we'll have the lyrics pulled up. Let's get it.
I was never one for singing what I really feel, except tonight I'm bringing everything I know that's real. Stars, they come and go, they come fast or slow. They go like the last light of the sun, all in a blaze. And all you see is glory. Hey, but it gets lonely there when there's no one here to share. We can shake it away if you hear a story. People lust for fame like athletes in a game. We break our collarbones and come up swinging. Some of us are downed, some of us are crowned, and some are lost and never found, but most have seen it all. They live their lives in sad cafes and music halls. They always come up singing. Some make it when they're young, before the world has done its dirty job. Later on, someone will say you've had your day, now you must make way. But they'll never know the pain of living with a name you never owned, or the many years forgetting what you know too well, that the ones who gave the crown have been let down. You try to make amends without defending, perhaps pretending you never saw the eyes of grown men of 25 that follow as you walk and ask for autographs or kiss you on the cheek. And you never can believe they really loved you. Some make it when they're old. Perhaps they have a soul they're not afraid to bear. Or perhaps there's nothing there. Stars, they come and go. They come fast, they come slow. They go like the last light of the sun, all in a blaze. And all you see is glory. But most have seen it all. They live their lives in sad cafes and music halls. They always have a story. Some women have a body men will want to see, and so they put it on display. Some people play a fine guitar. I could listen to them play all day. Some ladies really move across the stage, and gee, they sure can dance. I guess I could learn how if I gave it half a chance. But I always feel so funny when my body tries to soar, and I seem to always worry about missing the next chord. Guess there isn't anything to put up on display except the tune and whatever else I say. But anyway, that isn't really what I meant to say. I meant to tell a story. I live from day to day. Stars, they come and go. They come in fast, they come slow, and they go like the last light of the sun, all in a blaze. And all you see is glory. But most have seen it all, who live their lives in sad cafes and music halls. And we always have a story. So if you don't lose patience with my fumbling around, I'll come up singing for you, even when I'm down.
All right, Stars, Janis Ian coming in here, man. Definitely can already tell just from this first song, her strength as a lyricist. And
you called it.
Yeah, I like the fact that she, played with the word star. Obviously thinking about a physical star. That come and go, they come fast or slow, like the last light of the sun, all in a blaze. But comparing it to actual stars,
right.
The musical stars and whatnot, and just how fleeting I think the music industry
yeah,
is.
Because she says, and all you see is glory, hey, but it's lonely there when there's no one there here to share. We can shake it away if you'll hear a story. And I think maybe, with the background, she'd stepped away, and maybe she was writing this song, I don't know this for sure, writing it from personal experience, going, yeah, man, you're way up here, but then they're just waiting for people to fall. This is not really who I am. So then she just goes through and talks about all all the ways that people achieve stardom, really.
Yeah, exactly. I thought verse 2 was really strong as well, talking about people who make it young in their stardom, and then people tell them, all right, your time is up, you've already had it, and she notes that they'll never know the pain of living with the name you never owned. I wonder if she was talking about the music industry, especially at this time in the 70s, owning all your masters and everything.
That's a very good.
You never really own this, even though you created all of it. I'm not sure if that's what she was going for, but I think, definitely in the vein, Dad, of like a Carole King or Joni Mitchell in particular. I think of really kind of keying on a certain concept and then drawing that out.
Yeah, and I think the last chorus, it starts out with a chorus, but it's a different chorus at the end. Most have seen it all who live their lives in sad cafes and music halls, and we always have a story. So that thing of being up and then being down, because the only thing we love to do more in society than take somebody to the mountaintop is knock them off.
Chop them back down once they're up there.
Yeah, so really good first offering of Janis Ian for us. Now let's move on to...
At 17, the big hit right here, the big hit that's got much acclaim. It has been regarded as an anthem by many critics, which earned Ian the Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance and nominations for Record and Song of the Year. Good chart success as it reached number 3 on the Hot 100, sold over 1 million copies. Also really acclaimed internationally, did well, and it is kind of considered her signature song, so I guess that's why it was sung first on SNL too.
Yeah, and it was used in a lot of television and films. She was inspired to write it after reading a New York Times article about a young woman who thought her life would improve after a debutante ball and her subsequent disappointment when it did not. In the article, the girl was 18, but Ian changed it to 17 to fit with her samba guitar instrumental. She recalled feeling uncomfortable while writing at 17 as it predated the confessional song trend of the 70s. She was also uncertain about writing about high school when she had never experienced a homecoming or a prom. Let me tell you something, Janis, you didn't miss anything. You did not miss anything. So she purposely took her time to write it, ensure it did not lose its intensity. She repeatedly stopped and started working on it over the course of 3 months. And she also, in 2003, had a little quote about it.
Yeah, she said, to me, At 17 has never been a depressing song because it says ugly duckling girls like me. And to me, the ugly duckling always turns into a swan. It's like that Billie Holiday line somebody said, why are your songs so sad? And she said, they all have hope, honey. To me, 17 offers hope. It offers hope that there's a world out there of people who understand.
Well, I imagine there's going to be some great songwriting in this one as well.
I learned the truth at 17, that love was meant for beauty queens, and high school girls with clear skin smiles who married young and then retired. The Valentines I never knew, the Friday night charades of youth were spent on one more beautiful. At 17 I learned the truth. And those of us with ravaged faces, lacking in the social graces, desperately remained at home, inventing lovers on the phone who called to say, come dance with me, and murmured vague obscenities. It isn't all it seems. It's 17. A brown-eyed girl in hand-me-downs, whose name I never could pronounce, said, pity please the ones who serve, they only get what they deserve. And the rich relation hometown queen marries into what she needs, with a guarantee of company and haven for the elderly. Remember those who win the game, lose the love they sought to gain, in debentures of quality and dubious integrity. The small town eyes will gape at you in dull surprise when payment due Receipts, accounts received at 17.
There's our samba.
Samba,
it's
baby.
been brimming underneath a little bit.
To those of us who knew the pain of Valentines that never came, and those whose names were never called when choosing sides for basketball. It was long ago and far away. The world was younger than today, and dreams were all they gave for free to ugly duckling girls like me. We all play the game when we dare to cheat ourselves at solitaire, inventing lovers on the phone, repenting other lives unknown. They call and say, come dance with me, murmur vague obscenities at ugly girls like me at 17.
All right, at 17, definitely had that samba inspiration
Definitely.
right there, especially in that instrumental breakdown. And yeah, yet again, that I think really just showcases Janis's lyrical ability. There was even a verse in Stars that also kind of alluded to her, like, kind of wanting, being introspective about her looks, it seemed. And she obviously delves further into that here. And, when you're 17, whether you're male, female, you're so concerned about how your appearance is to the rest of the world. And I think this song does a great job of reflecting that.
Well, yeah, because the school system is the biggest pretend world
Yeah.
ever. I tell your sister that all the time. Right? Trey's sister, Mackenzie's about to be going into her sophomore year of high school. And I was like, this is the biggest pretend world you will ever find. And it's horrible. And this is a sad song, man.
I was like, this is what we opened SNL with on the...
Jeez, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, man, like it's just, I'm not going to read all the lyrics to you. But yeah, she basically just delves out all the things she missed out on.
Yeah.
And then later on, kind of how the rich girls kind of figure out she's basically saying they were going to marry into money and never have to do anything. And she's over here alone, calls herself an ugly duckling a couple times. And yeah, man, it's just, it's really sad. But many of us that have gone through school have dealt with this. I dealt with this to some extent just in being a horrible athlete when I was young and being the last one picked for basketball.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
She
like I
name
remember
dropped
that, the pain that all of that was. It turned out well for me, but it wasn't then. So...
And, maybe that's what she was talking about with that silver lining of hope, that, hey, maybe it's not always going to be like this.
No, it's not. Even if you think it is, if you're watching this and you're in high school, I don't know why you're watching a Janis Ian battle for the first thing, but you know what? Like it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. So yeah, I mean, I thought that song, as we go to our overall winner here, Trey, I thought that song was more rich instrumentally.
Yeah, a bit more lively.
Yeah, I thought both songs were really good. I think the At 17 is probably more relatable for the common person than Stars is. So for that reason, I'm going to pick that as my winner.
Man, I'm going to be right there with you.
Yeah.
Man. I'm going At 17.
Stars is still a really good song.
I just thought that the instrumental was a little bit more my cup of tea. Like I said, a little bit more lively. And I just thought the message was was really strong too. So let us know your winner of this battle and your thoughts on Janis Ian. In general, be sure to show our dude Seals some love in the comments for suggesting this one for us today. And I guess that'll wrap it up from us. So until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see you.